Hey everybody, I'm going to tell you about the greatest story ever told. So don't go anywhere. Hey, this is Michael Cosman with Keller Williams, Rochester, Oakland Township, Rochester Hills. And I want to tell you how I got into real estate. It began back in the mid 90s. And if you're like me, you probably had thought one day, do I want to work the rest of my life? And do I just want to work and grind it out? And I didn't want to grind out what I was doing at the time. And so I read the book, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And what struck me is in that book is he mentioned how at the time your money can work for you. And particularly there's one excerpt in there where his money was working for him when he was sleeping. Wouldn't that be awesome? You're making money as you're sleeping. I thought a light bulb went off. And so he mentioned, I believe it was 6 categories: intellectual property, stocks, investments, real estate was in there. And I think there was 1 or 2 other ones. But the real estate one really caught my eye, or, it caught my ear. So I thought, why don't I go into real estate? And so I started the process of looking into investing in real estate. And there's a brokerage that I joined that was mainly geared for people that wanted to invest in real estate. And so that was in the 2000s. And so I joined this brokerage, and because the fees were low, and I started trying to do what a lot of people do, fix and flips or rentals or whatever. So I started doing that temporarily on the side along with my full-time job. What ended up happening though is I ended up getting married. Life has a way of bringing you different paths. So I ended up getting married, and then I wanted to go into the ministry full-time. So it was a time in my life where it was just everything was coming to a head, where it's just like trying to juggle all this. And so something had to be put on the wayside. So I decided to table the real estate career. So fast forward, that was in the early 2000s. Fast forward to 2013, 2014, I got an opportunity to work in children's ministry part-time. And I wanted that to grow into full-time. But my mom came down with pancreatic cancer in 2013. And she was way too young for it, but it progressed rapidly. And it was a really difficult time during the fall of 2013 to watch her body just ravaged by cancer. I remember having a conversation with her in the hospital, and she said, what are you passionate about? And I talk about this all the time in my story of what led me to present day. We had one of those conversations. I said, well, serving people, children's ministry full-time was my passion, and real estate. And so she said, well, then go after it. But I was scared. Sometimes fear can stop you or prohibit you from going after it. And so I said, forget it. I'm just going to go after it. So my mom then ended up passing away early 2014, actually Valentine's Day of 2014. And I tried to pursue the full-time ministry with children's ministry, but that didn't work out the way I intended it to do. But I dived back into real estate, and on March 1st, 2014, I dove into real estate head first, and it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. That was my story, how I just gave my all, my passion, just getting into real estate and serving others. And so, but that's not the greatest story ever told. The greatest story ever told is someone that laid down our lives for us, and served us. And that person is Jesus Christ. And he's totally dominated and passionately loved us and mankind. All right, so Easter is coming up in the next couple of days. And so that is where you'll hear the greatest story ever told. Jesus laid down his life for us. He went to the cross and he rose again in 3 days. And that's the basis of who I am and my faith and everything that I do. And so I encourage you to tap into that greatest story ever told, because it's all about you. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and we're going to give you next week. We'll give you some talk about another freebie next week. So until next week, everybody, this is Michael Cosman with Keller Williams.